The main thing was me and Rich were talking about it leading up, the couple of weeks leading up to this, and the main thing was getting that personal best time, which was 47.88. So I beat that by over 0.2, which is quite a bit for a speed event. And overall, like the main thing is always to just beat yourself. That's what I did today.
James had such big and fast times leading into this. Did you come here believing that you could really knock him off, or have you shocked yourself?
I did shock myself, but I spend my whole year. The reason why I get up early is to beat what I did the previous year. So each session we're always aiming to beat whatever times I did for the same set in the season before, and it's always trying to build on what you did. So any place you get from that is more of a consequence of coming into training and trying to really better yourself.
So you weren't really looking at James, you were just concentrating on what you wanted to do?
Yeah, well, like he's been swimming awesome all season, so, and you waste energy if you go into a race focusing on other people, like what they're going to do. So I think the best option for me was to come in, try beat my best time, try put everything together the way I wanted it to, and just to see what comes out of that.
James usually, that second lap is usually his strongest.
Yeah.
You had the really good turn, and at what point did you start thinking to yourself, he's got nothing?
I didn't at all. I was thinking, I've got nothing. Like, I hit maybe 15 to go, and that's where all the pain came in, similar to the 200. But I don't know, I guess it's just, I felt good today and ended up doing a PB, and he's swum better than that multiple times before in his career, so I think it was just how it came about today, and it's going to, I think, us moving together is going to go along for a couple of years to come, which is awesome. I'd rather have someone in the country where we can be mates, work off each other, than have someone across the other side of the world where I'm sort of unknown to what they're doing, and you sort of don't really know them too well, so they could appear more intimidating and stuff. But having Maggie in Australia is really good. Like we're good mates, talking in and out of the pool, so it makes it a lot more relaxed. You can. Because when you do the national meets, you're at your peak performance, and you don't get to race at that level as much as you can. So if you can get an opportunity against the best in the world, but feel comfortable about doing it, then I think that's far better than being international all the time and having no idea about the other dudes.
How does it feel to be the world champion?
Oh, it's always a good feeling, but like straight away, me and Rich had a little talk out there. We're like, all right, we can work on this and this, try to beat my own time leading up to the Commonwealth Games. So that's what swimming's all about, or sport really. You're always trying to beat yourself every time you step up to whatever race or whatever competition you're doing.
So you saw room for improvement?
Yeah, there's a little bit for improvement. Just the general stuff, so technique and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
So do you think you deserve to start favourite now in Glasgow for this event?
Oh, nah. Like I've only done 2 47s in my career. Maggie did probably 3 times that this season alone. But if you start talking favourites and everything, you sort of take away from what the whole point of the sport is really about. So I'm not even going to think about that leading up to it.
Did that win over Tommy the other night, just getting that close one, give you a little bit of confidence going in?
It did actually. Not so much the win over Tommy, just the fact that I did a 0.6 PB, and my last 100 metres in that race was much quicker than anything I've ever done it previously. So I had the speed the first 100, but the fitness the second 100. So to have that coming into a race, like a shorter distance race, it's much better. I heard Kate said yesterday, it's much easier to train for the 100 and come down to the 50 than train for the 50 and come up. I think that same thing applies for the 200 and the 100.
Do you think you'd be here if you didn't get the belief from last year's World Championships final where you went out with Morozov?
Yeah. Well, that was a big learning curve. That was the quickest I've gone out in the 100. That was even quicker than what I did just then. And you're always learning at big comps. That was my first World Championship final, first World Championships really. So I guess it did give me a lot of confidence. But just the fact I ducked under 48 gave me probably more confidence than getting 4th in that race.
What was your split at Barcelona?
22.64, I think, from memory. Yeah.